raising arms overhead. Exhale into a back bend. Inhale, raising back up. Exhale into forward fold. Once in forward fold, feel free to move around your knees, shake your hips, whatever feels good on your body in this moment. Walk your hands forward on the mat into downward facing dog. Focusing on a flat back, feel free to bend the knees slightly. Take a deep breath here. Raise your left leg into the air for three-legged dog. Take a deep breath, bend at the knee, and on your next breath, swoop your leg forward into half pigeon pose. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms fly down to the ground. Take a breath. Bring your hands to heart center for a breath. Hands come down to the mat. Push yourself back into three-legged dog and come back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Raise your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Take a breath. Right leg comes forward, swoops into half pigeon pose. Take a deep breath. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, arms fly to the ground. Take a breath. Hands come to heart center for a breath. Back down to the mat. Push yourself into three-legged dog and come back down to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Bend at the elbows, coming into dolphin pose. Lift the left leg into the air, playing around with stacking your bones on top of each other, finding your balance, rooting down in your forearms. Come back down to dolphin pose for a breath. Raise your right leg in the air. Do the same thing. Stack your bones, play with balance. Root yourself through the forearms. Come back down to dolphin pose. Push back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Curl forward into cobra position. Exhale, coming into cobra, activating every muscle throughout your back, arms, glutes, and legs. Release, come down to the ground. Inhale, grab the insides of the feet, coming into floor bow. Take a deep breath here. Feel your open heart. Exhale, release, coming back down to cobra. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push yourself into downward facing dog. Bend at the elbows, coming into dolphin pose once again. Stack your bones. Left leg comes into the air, this time entering the full expression of the headstand. Arms rooted into the ground, core staying strong, every muscle in the body activated. Keeping your hip bones stacked over your shoulder blades, you can play around in your inversion. Keep taking deep breaths throughout this inversion. And when you're ready, controlled and slowly come back down to your mat, sitting on your knees. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, back bend, bending at the elbows. Inhale, arms overhead, windmill around, finding each other behind your back in a steeple grip. Fold forward, pointing out to the universe. Take a deep breath, release. Hands come down to the mat. Push yourself into a forward fold, grabbing behind the shins. Take a deep breath here. Hands come to the mat, to the front of the shins with the flat back for half fold. And back down into forward fold. Take another deep breath. Hands come to the mat, and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, raise yourself up, leaving your head for last. Rolling out the neck and taking a few more deep breaths. Step forward on your mat with your left foot, rooting down into your left side. Bend your right knee and place your foot in your hand. On an inhale, kick into your foot. Left hand comes overhead for dancer's pose. Take a deep breath here. Staying rooted in your left side, release your right foot, bringing your right arm overhead. Right foot to left knee. Exhale, release. Take a breath here. Root down into your right side, bending your left knee, placing your foot in your hand. On an inhale, kick into your foot, entering the full expression of dancer's pose. Stay strong, find your balance, and breathe. Staying rooted in your right side, left foot comes to right knee, arms come overhead. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release back to the mat. Take a breath here in standing Shavasana. Rooting down into your right side, lift your left foot, placing it into your right hip crease for Hart style tree. Left hand comes to the heart, right hand holds the foot. Take a breath here. Bring both hands to heart center for another breath. Inhale, grow out your branches. Stay strong. One more deep breath. Hands come back to palm center. Back to your heart. Inhale, exhale to release. Take a breath here. Root down in your left side, bringing your right foot into your left hip crease. Hart style tree. Right hand comes to heart center. Left hand holds your foot. Take a breath, bringing both of your hands to heart center. And grow your branches. Take another deep breath here. Hands come back to palm center. Return to the heart. And exhale to release back to standing Shavasana. Inhale, arms come overhead, interlacing your fingers, finding a steeple grip. Take a breath, lengthening your spine on your inhale. On the exhale, fold to the left side for half moon. Take a breath here. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, fold to the right side, half moon. Inhale, return to center. Release your steeple grip. Exhale into forward fold. Take a breath here. Place your hands on the mat and walk your hands and feet into downward facing dog position. Take a breath and bring your pelvis to the mat for upward facing dog. Another deep breath here. Exhale, child's position. Deep breath here. Come up to all fours for tabletop. Bring your feet to the mat, your pelvis comes down, and your knees come up for frog's pose. Your feet are at a 45-degree angle out. Hands are at heart center. Place your hands on the mat, rooting yourself, staying strong. You should already be in position to enter a strong crow pose, but if you need to reposition yourself, now is the time. Place the front of your shins on the back of your forearms, and 1 foot at a time, raise up. Believe that you have the strength inside of yourself to hold this balance. Breathe deeply. Fly, crow, fly. One more deep breath. Bring your crow back down to the ground and enter a comfortable seated position. Deep breath in. Exhale into forward fold. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, bend a little deeper. Inhale, raise back up, bending your left leg. Right leg is at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold, forehead to knee. Take a deep breath. Inhale with power, raise back up. Arms come down. Exhale, switch out your legs. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold, forehead to knee. Keep breathing. Exhale, sit a little deeper in your stretch. Inhale, with power, raise back up. Arms come back down. Straighten both legs in front of you. Exhale to forward fold. And inhale to rise back up.